Okay, sa ating mga audience here, okay, no? I hope most of you are enjoying your vacation. If you're a clerk or an intern, perhaps hindi kayo nakabakasyon ngayong araw. No, but I do hope that you are. And also, would just like to extend no yung ating pakikiramay also to our mga kapatid no na nagkaroon ng earthquake in Mindanao. We had a few students there from USM who were affected. So we extend our prayers to them as well. I hope they are already doing well no doon. Okay, so again, let me just flash my screen. Yan. So good evening once again. This is Doc Chino and welcome to this session, Talk with the Top Notchers, a primer to the PLE. So actually, we've been doing this for a couple of years ngayon. And by the way, no, after this session, we'll be uploading a recorded version of this session sa aming YouTube channel. So you can also follow us at Focus Review Center no, sa YouTube. And before anything else, I would like to encourage everyone to join our Focus MD community, especially kung kayo ay watching this and you are already an MD. Okay, no? Kasi as of the moment, we post job postings and mga CPGs in our Focus MD community. So would encourage you to join that. And I think this one will be the more beneficial para sa lahat, especially those that are preparing for the PLE right now, yung aming Focus PLE Test Bank channel where we post recall questions, no, mga short lecture videos from time to time, and announcements coming from Focus Review Center. So it's completely free and it will help you in your journey of becoming an MD. By the way, dun sa mga hindi pa nakakilala sa akin, I'm Doc Chino Paulo M. Samson. I am a pathology consultant. No, I just actually was able to pass the pathology board exams this year. No, so I'm a newbie in terms of my consultancy practice. But if you are eventually, no, pag doktor na kayo and you want my consultancy services, just reach out at Focus Review Center. No, parang shameless plug din yon. Anyway, I'm the president and overall review coordinator of Focus Review Center. I've been teaching pathology. So siguro yung ilan sa inyo is familiar with our pathology masterclass series, which gained really some traction in the last PLE review. If you're interested, you can reach out our Facebook page for more details, no? By the way, sino ang nagbibilang? Ilang days na lang tayo before the PLE? Can you comment here in our Zoom? Ilang days na lang tayo before the October 2026 PLE? Meron ba nagbibilang sa inyo? Okay, parang wala, no? So we are actually, ayan, no? 113 days na lang, no, before the next PLE, no? And parang kung titignan niyo, no, parang matagal pa, no? Kasi 3 digits pa no before the PLE. But actually, no, as a lot of students would say, especially our students here at Focus, mabilis lang ang mga araw. And alam nyo, no, when I interview students in the board exam, isa sa mga laging comments nila after the boards is they wish they had more time to prepare. Palaging yun ang kanilang comments. So before we go to our interview with our guest this night, let me just give you a short briefer about the physician licensure exam kasi I know much of you, a lot of you are interested, no? Hindi lang doon sa kanyang story but also how will it affect you? How will it benefit you as a future PLE taker? So let's take a look at some important information about the next PLE. So unang-una, no, the October 2026 PLE will be on October 3, 4, 10, and 11. So as I've mentioned, that's still 113 days away. Parang malayo pa, no? Pero take note, mabilis lang ang panahon. Okay, no? For this particular batch, it will be another set of 2 weekends, 3, 4, and 10, and 11. And these are the sites as flashed in your screen. Ito yung mga sites ng ating board exam. Okay, no? So take note that you can already begin application by July 3. Okay, no? July 3, pwede na po. So that's just around, okay, no? Less than a month, pwede na mag-apply, no? And the last date of application will be on September 3, 2026. Another key change in the next PLE is this one. Okay, no? Meron po tayong bagong members of the board exam, which was different from the last, okay, no, members of the board exam. Okay, no? So board examiners, I should say, no? So ang ating new chairman okay, is none other than Dr. Vergere. We're more familiar with her through her surname, yung kanyang maiden name, Vergere, no? But this is Maria Rosario D. Singh. She was a former Undersecretary of DOH, okay, no? And she is now the new chairman. She replaced Dr. Efren Laksamana, with the previous chairman na hindi na rin kasama sa among the members of the board. And then the other two that are new would be Dr. Dolores Bonzon. Dr. Bonzon is a pediatric nephrologist, and Dr. Mario Festin, which is an obstetrician and gynecologist. No, Dr. Santa Lucia, Dr. Hoves, and Dr. Chavez were already members of the board last PLE. So, are we expecting parang medyo may pagbabago na naman okay in the next PLE? Okay, no? Who's to say, no? Tingnan natin, no? But usually, the trend is if there are new members of the board, okay, no? Especially malayo-layo pa ang board exam, there is still time for them to contribute much to the board exam. Definitely, there are changes that are seen. Okay? So with that, let me just also introduce you to Focus Review Center. A lot of you may be hindi pa familiar sa aming review center. So Focus Review Center is a review center primarily catering physicians. Okay, no? So throughout our 5-year existence, we have already helped lots of physicians pass the board exam, as well as some of them even top the board exam. And our very recent one is Dr. Enrico Gomez. Actually, no, he placed third in the last PLE. So the following are our programs. We have the Focus Clerk Companion. So if you're currently a medical clerk, 4th year in your training of becoming a physician, okay, you're interested to know more about your rotations, this is the best program for you. So yung Focus Clerk Companion, just to give you an idea, it is a rotations-based type of learning, no, meaning we have notes and lectures concerning every department that you are going to rotate in, such as OB. Okay, meron pa kami mga minors such as pathology and so on and so forth. Okay, no, we also have our Focus Booster Review program, which is the more intensive type of review, advanced review that we offer as early as PGI ship. Pwede na kayo mag-enroll for this one. So ito yung mga intensive lectures natin, and also includes total recall of previous board examination questions. And of course, yung highlight ng ating program will be our final coaching and rapid review, which actually, no, medyo long phase ito for this particular one, but the more intensive phase will be around September. But we already opened our diagnostic exams last May 23. I hope you were able to participate in that free diagnostic exam. We'll have another assessment exam on July. So please stay tuned and be updated through our Telegram channels and Facebook page para maka-join kayo in our free assessment exam on July 11 and 12. Okay, but the intensive phase of this particular program will be by September 3 pa, no? September 3, after the last day of filing, no, ng ating board exam. And of course, no, yung ating rapid review and masterclass series, we usually just open this kapag meron pa tayong additional slots left after enrollment sa final coaching. Okay, so with that, I know you're already excited, no, na ma-meet yung ating guest for tonight. Okay, no? So let me just give a short introduction, no, sa ating guest for this evening. So it is my honor, of course, to introduce to you our distinguished guest speaker for today's webinar. He is a registered nurse and a physician, of course. He is a graduate of Lyceum Northwestern University, Francisco Q. Duque Medical Foundation College of Medicine, which is the same alma mater as mine. Okay, no? So actually parehas kami ng alma mater, no? And he formerly rotated as a PGI in Baguio General Hospital and Medical Center. And of course, in the March 2026 PLE, he garnered the top spot with a whopping average of 95.17%, the highest in the history, okay, of the physician licensure exam. So pwede bang bigyan naman natin ng virtual round of applause muna si Dr. Ken, no? Kasi unprecedented yan, no? 95.17%. Okay, no? And of course, no, that is not the only amazing thing about his achievement. what is even more remarkable is before becoming a top notcher, before becoming the first place in the March 2026 PLE, marami siyang na-experience na challenge. I know yung iba sa inyo siguro napanood na siya sa KMJS, napanood na siya sa mga ibang interview. So we've seen how the power of perseverance, resilience, and commitment, okay, has paved the way for his achievement. Okay, no? And I think dito mas magiging in-depth yung kanya mga sasabihin sa atin with regards to his achievement. So tonight, he'll be sharing with us the story about that dreaded name withheld, okay, no? Na nakita natin and the lessons that he learned along the way into becoming not only a physician, okay, no, but the top notcher in the March 2026 PLE. So with that, okay, no, let's all give a virtual round of applause, no, to Doc Erwin Ken Parchaso. Doc, good evening. Yan,
Hi, good
and
evening
maraming
po.
salamat for joining us this evening. We're very, very much happy to have you. Of course, no, masayang-masaya yung ating mga audiences to have you. So before anything else, Doc Erwin, kumusta? Saan ka ba ngayon? Where are you currently residing? I know interested yung ating mga audience to know more about you.
Yes, Doc Gino. Thank you again for inviting me to this wonderful podcast of yours. Sa ano ako ngayon, I'm currently staying dito sa Baguio, where I live. Kasama ko ang wife and kids, our kid, and my mom and dad, and two of my siblings. So, yun.
Are you currently parang practicing already, Doc? Meron ka na ba mga quote and quote gig?
Mga gig ko pa lang, Dok, mga ano, mga guest speakers, mga nabubuhay pa lang ako sa mga ano, sa mga pag-guest-guest sa mga regarding sa ano, practice, medyo, dine-delay ko pa kasi meron kaming plan ni wife, but that's a different topic naman. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, with that 'no, meron tayong konting backgrounder with Doc, Ken. So, it's okay if I call you Doc Ken 'no, Doc Ken.
Yes,
And
Dok,
anyway,
okey lang.
nagkasama na tayo sa isang meeting 'no, in
Yeah.
Lyceum. So, anyway, alam naman natin yung kwento lahat ni Doc Ken 'no. Doc Ken, to just summarize it, no, before he became the official first place in the March 2026 PLE, nalagay muna siya sa parang limbo status, no? Nalagay siya sa isang category na parang hindi natin alam, no? Kung paano ba ma-describe yon, yung sabi nga natin, name withheld. So, can you take us back to the day of the results nung nalaman mo na unang-una nung lumabas yung results ng PLE and, I think wala dun yung name mo nung umpisa, 'di ba? And then later on, you knew na ikaw pala yung nag-iisang name withheld no, nasa pinakatuktok ng lahat ng takers in the last PLE. Mm.
Yes, Doc. Nung ano, nung lumabas yung results, walang kuryente dito sa bahay namin.
Mhm.
So, the whole day naka-schedule kasing the whole day na walang kuryente. And then I was going out ng bahay, labas-pasok ako ng bahay kasi sa labas lang may signal. I was checking the results kung meron na ba or wala, ganyan. Kasi makikita mo yung ano, eh, yung upload ng, PRC. So, parang nasa 99% na, gano'n. And I was waiting for the results. So, when the results came out, may mga nag-pop na ng messages sa isang group chat namin ng mga magkakaibigan. Yung first na nabasa ko is kino-congratulate nila yung isang ka-batch ko na pumasa siya. So, iniisip ko bakit congratulate din nila ako. Ba but then walang lumabas sa congratulations ng sa mga messages ng mga kaibigan ko. So, I was kind of panicking. So, I went out ulit, check the results. I was scrolling, looking for my name. Kaso nga lang walang lumabas, wala yung pangalan ko. So, parang I was I was pretty upset, that time. Parang down. I was I was in one of my lowest point na nung nakita kong wala yung pangalan ko, and my wife was there with me. I kinda, cried din, she hugged me, and, ayun, kino-comfort niya na ako na sinasabi niya na, "Okey lang 'yan, try na lang ulit natin, baka next, PLE pala rin." Mga gano'n na comforting words. Pero sa'kin deep inside me, I was frustrated kasi iniisip ko, it will take time ulit, effort, resources, ah, yung time na dapat pumasa na ako, yung mga gano'n. I was really frustrated at myself na parang, bakit hindi ko maipasa-pasa itong board exam na ito? So ayun, after a week lumabas yung, rating, and then kinamusta ko yung kaibigan ko na pumasa. Sabi ko, "Kamusta yung rating mo?" Sabi ko. "Okey lang naman, pasado, pasang-awa." Parang gano'n yung joke niya sa'kin. And then I was checking for my rating, but then it was not popping. Hindi lumalabas dun sa website ng PRC. I was kinda confused. Sabi ko, uh, bakit wala pa akong rating? So, one day after that, I again checked for my rating. And then wala pa rin. And then nag-message na ako dun sa kaibigan ko na yun. Tinanong ko siya, "'Di ba 'pag lumalabas yung rating, lahat sabay-sabay pinapalabas na. I mean nilalabas na yung rating lahat, regardless of, passing or not." And then sabi niya, "Oo." Parang kasi nung sabi niya sa'kin kasi hindi din siya pumasa, retaker din siya. Actually ano din siya, refresher kasi bumagsak siya ng 3 beses, and then nag-refresher, and then the fourth one, yun pumasa na siya. And then sabi niya sa'kin, nung mga time na bumagsak naman ako, lumalabas din naman agad yung rating ko. So I was kinda confused. Sabi ko, "Bakit yung sa'kin wala pa?" So I checked, some, of the articles. Dun ko nakita may name withheld. Tapos may 5 other, examiners na na-withheld, due to, uh parang kailangan ng under investigation. Tapos yung isa, withheld because of, they need to verify. So, medyo ano na ako, medyo naisip ko baka isa ako dun sa ano, isa ako dun sa 6 na yun. So, a day went by again, I checked for my rating, wala pa rin. So, I emailed PRC asking them why my rating is not yet out, and then they replied to me na sabi nila na, the rating of, the PLE, is not fully uploaded, so please wait for a few more days, baka lumabas na daw yung rating ko. So I waited for, parang, uh, 2 weeks na gano'n. Lumabas yung 2 weeks akong parang nag-iisip na bagsak ba talaga ako or hindi. Parang gano'n na parang, I'm at a limbo, I'm
Mm,
confused na parang iniisip ko baka pumasa ako, under investigation na ako, gano'n. But I was not expecting naman na ano na, ako yung top 1.
hmm,
So, ayun, 3 days before the oath taking, that was Saturday, late afternoon. Biglang may nag-message sa'kin, and it was, our, vice president ng, LNU, si Doc Marco. He messaged me saying that, "Hello, is this Erwin Ken Parchaso? Is it okay for me to call you?" And then I replied to him saying that, what would be the reason for him to call me, and then ang reply niya lang sa'kin, "It's regarding your, PLE results." And then I was confused na iniisip ko, bakit bakit 'to tatawag sa akin? Hmm. And then So, I replied to him again saying na, "Okay doc, okey lang naman tumawag, I'm available right now." So, when he called, I answered the phone, immediately he said, "Congratulations." I was somewhat confused. Sabi ko, "Bakit nagko-congratulate 'to sa'kin? Kino-congratulate niya ako, bumagsak ako." So, I was confused. Sabi niya, ah, there were 6, people whose names were withheld. I mean, whose results were withheld. One of them was, due to verification, and 5 of them is under investigation. So, apparently, you're the one who is under verification, and that is, you being the top one. And I was shocked. Ah, Hindi pa rin ako naniniwala kahit na si Doc Marco na yung tumawag sa'kin, hindi ako naniniwala na, "I'm the top one?" Sabi ko. Kasi when I took the board exam din, every day, somewhat I was, confident every after exam namin, every after the day ng exams namin, I was kinda confident na pumasa ako. Kasi I was able to answer most of the questions. Kaya ayun nga, nung lumabas yung results, dreadful talaga ako na parang ang yabang ko pa na sinabi ko papasa ako, pero hindi pala. So ayun, Doc Marco explained, ayun nga, under verification ako, and then he told me na our dean would call me afterwards. So ayun, si Doc Dimaano tumawag din sa'kin, she was congratulating me. She was asking, if I'm able to attend the oath taking. Kaso nga kasi 3 days before no'n, Saturday. So, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday, I believe, na yung oath taking. So, pinag-iisipan ko kung a-attend ako ng oath taking. But then at the back of my mind, I was not planning to go to the oath taking because a lot of controversies popped out during yung time of the results coming out, and the PRC um, posting na I am the top one. Ang daming ang dami kong nababasa sa media, sa social medias na ganito ganyan, top one siya kasi uh, that person, cheated, may Google XR siya, ganito, ganyan. Um, Medyo na-down ako nung, nabasa ko yung mga yun because, it's like hindi hindi credible yung pagiging top one ko.
Mm,
So, ayun, nung a day before the oath taking, uh, one of the board members one of the board members of medicine called me saying na, um, "Attend ka ng oath taking." Um, she sympathized with me saying na, "I know how it feels na parang ayaw mong pumunta sa oath taking because of what happened, and we are very sorry for that," sabi naman ni doc. And then she said na, "I too am a mother and I would be, very dreadful if, my son, uh, na ganyan ang ginawa ng PRC," sabi niya sa'kin. So, I was contemplating na nung time na yun, and sabi ko kay doc, I'll try to go if, time and resources would allow me to." So, I talked to my wife, sabi ko sa kanya, "Punta ba ako ng oath taking?" Kaso nga lang kasi parang natatakot ako, ayoko yung parang naba-bash ba ng mga tao, yeah. And, my wife told me na, "Punta ka, you know, regardless of going or not, people will still talk."
mm,
And then ang sabi niya sa'kin din, which really made me decide to go, sabi niya sa'kin, "You being the top one is not even a once in a lifetime opportunity, kasi hindi naman lahat nagta-top one." So, sabi ko sa wife ko, may point ka naman." So, ayun, I talked to my mom and dad, sabi ko, "Tara punta tayo sa ano, sa oath taking." So, that day, same day, we went out, bought some clothes, yung mga barong, kasi wala akong barong. We bought clothes, my mom, my dad, my wife, bumili kami. And then that evening, nagpabiyahe na kami ng Manila. Ah, medyo medyo nahirapan din kami bumiyahe ng Manila because, of the accommodation. Medyo puno na kasi yung mga malapit na, hotels, ah, sa venue for the oath taking. Thankfully may nahanap kami and then I was able to attend the oath taking. So ayun, I was, attending the oath taking expecting na people would, talk badly,
Mm.
about me. But then thankfully, a lot of people, uh, welcomed me. Even the board of medicine, members were very accommodating, to me and, my family. Yun nga, eh, parang naging exemption pa yung anak ko kasi nakapasok siya sa ano, sa oath taking venue, which is, supposedly not allowed. So sabi ng, isang board member, "You're actually first to have, a child inside the venue." So it was very ano, very very nice.
Yes, I think and, maraming na-inspire 'no, particularly with your speech 'no. Pero just to clarify 'no, from that story, tama tama Doc 'no, when the results first came out, wala yung name mo dun sa list of passers, tama 'no? And
Mhm.
you cannot access your verification of ratings.
Yes, Doc.
So
Hindi siya
talagang the assumption was akala mo talaga you failed.
yes, actually talagang bagsak na ako. I was thinking of ano na, uh, mag-abroad na, mag-nursing sa abroad.
Hmm. Okay. So, minsan talaga may mga ano 'no, magugulat ka na lang 'no, sa mga
Yes,
surprise
so
ng buhay na sinasabi nga nila. Okay,
mm,
sige. No, so, also 'no, so alam natin 'no, I actually watch kani-kanina lang ulit 'no, yung interview mo sa KMJS before going with our interview 'no. Ah, we know 'no, yung journey mo. This is not the first time that you took the PLE, no? So you
yes,
previously
Doc.
took it dati and then you, applied for the second time pero you did not go, tama 'no, doon sa boarding
Nag-no-show ako, Doc.
nag-no-show ka and then finally 'no, this one. So, um can you tell us about ano, kasi I'm just curious 'no, what was in your mind that make you decide na mag-take uli ng exam? Kasi for a lot of us, yung mga ibang nag-take ng board exam, masakit na heartbreak na yun sa kanila, eh, 'no? But,
Mhm.
for you, nagawa mong bumangon uli 'no, from that initial failure. So, anong mindset mo nun?
So, um, siyempre yung mga times na yung first take ko, ah, ayun, ah, expected ko actually, nung first take ko expected ko na 'di ako papasa. Because, ayun nga, life happened sa akin nung first, take ko na sinabi sa akin ng wife ko na buntis siya and then hindi na ako naka-concentrate nung exams. So, during the exam medyo nara-rattle na ako. I was thinking of, me becoming a dad and at the same time, me wanting to be a doctor. So ayun, expected ko na hindi ako papasa. So, when the final day, was done for the exam, kinausap ko na si wife ko. Sabi ko sa kanya, hindi ako pasado. And then ayun, she gladly accepted my apology. I told her na ano, "Sorry, baka next ano na lang, next PLE ulit, try ko ulit ako." So ayun nga, second PLE ko, medyo kinabahan na ako. I was not fully prepared. Although nagbabasa ako, I was not fully prepared. So I told my wife again na, "I'm not ready." Ah, next ulit. Kasi natakot ako. I was really afraid. Pero, regarding your question, so of course I was, I was, feeling sorry to my wife, and ashamed as well. Kasi yung wife ko, she's already a diplomate passer of, family medicine. So ayun, parang nahihiya ako sa wife ko kasi ako nagbo-board pa lang ako, tapos siya diplomate na siya. So ayun, medyo nai-intimidate din ako sa wife ko actually.
Mm,
But not, because of her, but because of her status. The
mm.
status of ours was vastly different. So ayun, parang nahihiya ako sa wife ko, gano'n. But then I realized that ano, failing the PLE does not mean naman na I was not meant to become a doctor. Uh, it only meant na I still had something to learn, something to improve, and, something to prove myself. So what made me try again was basically faith,
Mm.
family, and yung belief na one failed attempt should not define the rest of my story. So I told myself if I'm going to try again, I will just need to I mean I will not just repeat what I did before. I need to become a different version of myself. So I reorganized and approached the PLE in a different manner rather than just uh, reading or reviewing na parang masabi ko lang sa sarili ko na natapos ko tong topic na to.
Ayan, so, going into that, so sabi mo 'no, parang you begin to approach it on a different way. Ano yung nagbago Dok, from your first and second attempt on reviewing and preparing for the PLE and then the last one where you became top one? Kasi parang ang layo, eh, 'di ba? Yung you initially you failed and then biglang top one and then just looking at the averages, malayo talaga yung average mo sa mga top notchers din. So, what particular thing did you change in your approach sa
So,
pag-aaral or
hmm,
preparation for the PLE?
I think it's not that different sa mga preparation ng mga, previous, passers. I think it's just, the mindset and the determination, Doc. So,
Hmm,
my preparation became serious when I finally accepted na I needed structure, I needed discipline, and I needed consistency. Kasi noon I was not really structured. Mag-a-apply ako sa isang, uh, review center but I won't be able to follow, through their program. So, ang mangyayari is parang, marami akong backlogs. At the end of the day, I would just, review or watch some of the videos and then ayun, parang wala talagang structure. And then also there's no discipline previously for me because, medyo 'pag may kailangan si wife, nung nagbubuntis siya, I would attend to her needs. So,
hmm,
imbes na mag-aaral ako, I would be, focusing on my wife instead. Dun din pumapasok yung consistency. Wala na akong consistency regarding, studying. So ayun, a typical study before, for me was not perfect. It had no rhythm. So,
hmm,
uh, came third take for me. Nag-focus na talaga ako, on, one subject or system at a time. Then, combined reading with, practice questions. So every after, isang topic, practice question ako. Usually 100, 200 practice, question ako without, the rationale pa. So after, after that day, the next day would be me, rationalizing, most of the questions, na sinagutan ko na. So I would rationalize them one by one, each options as well. So why the answer is letter A and why B, C, and D are not the answers. So ayun, dun ako nag-focus sa mga rationalizations. I made sure na I would just not memorize. I would ask myself, why is this the answer? So, yun nga, why are the other choices wrong? And how can this be asked differently? So, there were days naman na I was productive, and there were days when I was tired or anxious then. But I learned naman na consistency does not mean being perfect every day. It just means showing up again and the next day, even after a bad day. You should at least have a mindset na okay, uh, I will study again for this topic kasi parang yes, I've read this, but no, I did not understand this. I would read this topic, certain topic, until I would say na, "Okay, I understand this topic." Hindi yung parang babasahin mo nga lang and then, "Okay, nabasa ko na 'to, next topic." Yung parang gano'n.
Okay. So, yun yung mga nagbago 'no, parang I think if we're going to summarize that, parang sinimulate ni Doc Ken yung ano, eh, 'no, yung conditions of the board 'no. He approached it more, using questions and things like that, 'no. So, ngayon punta tayo dun sa mga ano 'no, mga specific na siguro let's say strategies or techniques that you used, during your preparation, Doc Ken, 'no. Unang-una, what was your typical routine sa pag-aaral 'no, during your preparation for your third at, supposedly parang second 'no, pero parang the time that you pass the board exam, siguro yung mga specific questions diyan is ano, eh, mas nag-aaral ka ba sa umaga, sa gabi? Especially considering na meron kang baby 'no,
Yes,
during
so
that time, I think it was extra difficult for you 'no. So what was your typical routine during the study? And siguro kailan ka nag-start na nag-aral na for the March 2026 PLE?
for the March 2026 PLE, I started studying around November 2025.
Mm,
November 2025, I started doing practice questions. Uh, Kasi wala pa akong review material nung time na yun, eh. So, I just started asking people for practice questions that they had previously. So, ayun, nag-ipon ako ng mga practice questions and then I answered them. Came December and January. December kasi is nagbakasyon kami ni wife and our kid sa US. So, late December and then parang mid-January yung bakasyon namin. But during our vacation, I ano naman, naglaan ako ng time ko for studying pa rin even if we were on vacation. So, came January, last week of January, I enrolled to a certain review center and then dun sila nagbigay ng materials sa akin. I focused on their materials alone. So, meron yung mga iba siguro sa inyo na uh, kumukuha ng mga maraming resources. That's I think that's one of the mistakes for some um, reviewers. Kasi ang nangyayari is there are too many resources for you to focus on. Ay, parang ito kukuha ka ng resource ng isang review center na 'to, tapos ito kukuha ka na naman ng isang resources ng review center na 'to. So, when you are reviewing for a certain topic, meron yung isang review center na 'to na ganito, ganyan yung sasabihin and then yung isang review center na ganyan is may parang not consistent with the review center that you've read before na in-applyan mo and then parang maano na, ka na. So, I just for me, I just focused on one review material. So, hindi ako nag-ano, hindi ako pabalik-balik sa back and forth to one review material and then another review material. So yun, focus on one review material and then, I would usually start my day, around, 6 AM. Uh, Kakain, maliligo, konting exercise, and then I would start studying around 7. Matatapos ako around, 12 for lunch. And then I would resume around 1 or 2 'pag, walang, kailangan si wife. Kasi si wife, usually nagdu-duty din siya. May morning duties siya, may night duties siya. So 'pag may mga morning duties siya, kailangan ko siyang ihatid, before 7 AM, tapos babalik ako, to review for my, the PLE. And then nung time naman na yun, during my review kasi wala pa kaming kasama na puwedeng mag-alaga kay baby, I was really having a hard time na mag-review din because I would need to take care of, our kid while reviewing and then while my wife is, working. More so na medyo nahihirapan na ako 'pag night duty naman si wife. Because 'pag night duty siya, ako magpapatulog sa baby and, I believe we all know how hard it is paano patulugin ang mga bata. So, mapupuyat ka talaga and then the next day mahihirapan kang, you know, na to focus on what you have to do for that day. So, for me, I just gritted my teeth lang talaga. Kung ano man yung kailangang gawin talaga, gagawin ko talaga para so, for me naman, I just focused on, certain topics na feeling ko lalabas sa mga board exam. I did not, uh, particularly say na I did not read the whole book. I just focused on, high yield topics, topics that are repeatedly questioned, to the board exams such as your, pneumonias, your, uh, hepatitis, viruses, yung mga typical na mga questions na you would say na dapat a GP, a general practitioner should know. So, dun ako mga nag-focus and of course, ayun nga, I also, uh, did my research sa mga board of, members ng medicine. Like what, Doc Chino said earlier, may mga bago tayong mga board members. So, of course, we need to look up their specialties then, 'no? Like previously, dun sa PLE, 2026, March, uh, if I'm not mistaken si Doc Chavez, he's an IM pulmonephro. So, and then there's another person who is, pedia-nephro. So ayun, isipin mo na lang dalawa ang nephro dun sa board of members na yun. You would think na siguro maraming lalabas na nephro, nephro topic. So I focused on nephro topics din noon. So yun, lumabas din siya. Marami din actually lumabas na nephro kahit na anong subject may nephro, eh. So ayun, going back sa typical, routine ko in a day, ayun, lunch 1 or 2, after that, magre-review na ako. And then came around, 6, 7 gano'n, I would start, eating dinner na din and then afterwards susunduin ko na si wife sa duty niya if, day duty siya. And then, pag-uwi ko, ayun si wife naman na mag-aalaga kay baby and then I would usually talagang makaka-focus na ako kapag meron si wife. Kasi siya na ang mag-aalaga kay baby na full-time talagang mag-aalaga kay baby. So, nighttime ang ano ko, ang routine ko talaga na kung saan ako makaka-focus.
Mm. So, ano 'no, parang medyo siksik yung araw ni Doc, eh, 'no? Considering considering yung personal aspect ng kanyang buhay, hindi lang yung preparation for the PLE 'no. So, given that 'no, parang medyo limited yung time mo, medyo napahapyawan mo na rin 'to kanina, but, did you give much importance to more on answering questions or, attending lectures or magbasa ng mga notes? Kasi common
Um,
na tanong 'yan, ng mga students.
yes, Dok. Thankfully naman, uh, around April may nahanapan kaming kasama namin. And then ayun, I mentioned earlier na I was able to, uh, register to a, review center here in Baguio City, which is, a fairly new review center kasi second batch pa lang kami and, they, they catered to a full-on face-to-face, uh, review. So, in the morning makiki-face to face lecture ako and then in the evening, mag-aano ako, magpa-practice questions ako, practice test.
Hmm. So, parang on your own, if you're already reviewing on your own, parang it's more on practice test 'no, parang gano'n
Yes,
'no?
Doc.
Then
Yes, basically 'pag ako na lang, more on practice test na lang ako, Doc.
okay. Sige. Okay, now let's move on to some more specific question siguro concerning the PLE, 'no? Alam natin 'no, napakataas ng rating ni Doc Ken, 'no? So, we're just curious to know 'no, what was the most difficult subject for you in the PLE, the last PLE, and what was the easiest? Ayan 'no.
Easiest for me, nung tini-take ko yung exam, wala pa yung rating rate. Easiest for me was, legal med. Kasi para siya ano, para siyang somewhat common sense questions na, pero although I'm not saying all of the questions are common sense, it's somewhat common sense, some of the questions. Kasi pag-iisipin mo, oo nga, ganito, ganyan siya. The hardest, one for me was pharma, 'cause I'm not really good at pharma. Kasi pure memorization ng pharma, So, it was really hard for me to 'pag magpa-practice test ka ng pharma, hindi mo siya mate-test taking,
Sa
Dapat
mga
alam mo talaga yung ano.
Oo. So when the results came out, was it consistent? Parang pinakamababa mo ba yung pharma and then pinakamataas ba yung legal med?
Tuldok. Mataas mataas actually yung pharma ko, yung legal med ko medyo medyo ang pinakamababa ko is Prev Med, Doc.
And I think, most of the students would say in the last PLE, PrevMed talaga yung pinakamababa kasi we also conducted a survey last PLE. Yun talaga yung mahirap in terms of perception ng students and pinakamadali was either legal med and micro. So,
Yes, Doc.
yun yung pinakamababa for you. What was the highest, 'no? Para maano lang natin. And siguro baka puwedeng sabihin mo, what was the score or the grade ng pinakamataas?
Talaga ba? Kini-keep na kini-keep secret ko yun, I'll just, i-access ko lang ulit yung rating ko, wait.
Nakalimutan na ni Doc eh, kasi mataas lahat, eh.
Yeah, kasi ano, hindi ko na siya pinapansin kasi 'pag pinapakita ko sa mga kaibigan ko, sinasabi na, "Picturean ko nga 'to, papakita ko sa family, ganito, ganyan, may kaibigan akong top 1 and then ganito yung score niyan." Medyo nahihiya ako, kasi I don't know, parang for me still, it's still surreal for me na parang nag-top 1 pa rin ako. So, I'm not ashamed of showing it naman, but it's just ano, it's not ano. So ayun, ang highest ko is micro, which
Micro,
is
okey.
yes daw, which is,
Which
99.
99. Okey,
Yes,
so imagine that, 99. Okey 'no, for microbiology 'no, but,
yes,
just ano 'no, just, briefer lang sa mga audience natin. Remember it's, MPL based 'no, so it's based on the
yes.
performance of the whole batch. Kumbaga si Doc Ken lang talaga yung pinakamataas siguro sa micro, okey
Yeah,
'no, sa
does not mean na 99 yung score ko sa
Oo,
exam.
does not actually mean na isa lang yung mistake niya, but
Yes,
definitely
yes.
mataas yung score niya 'no, for that particular subject. Okay 'no, so imagine 'no, 99 'no. Anyway 'no, moving on, what do you think were some ito 'no, magandang tanong din 'no, what are some high yield topics 'no, nabanggit mo na yung isa kanina, nephro. So, parang maraming about renal system na question sa board exam. What are maybe kung sasabihin mo, ito yung mga parang magandang tutukan ng mga students for your exam? I think nawala si Doc
Um,
Ken,
sorry
nawala yung
Dong, sorry,
ayan.
sorry. Eh, it's I think it's hard for me to say kung ano dapat ang ifo-focus niyo ngayon since ang mga board of members niyo is iba na ngayon, eh. If I'm not mistaken sabi niyo Doc 'di ba 2 bago?
Actually tatlo yung bago 'no, you have Dr. Vergeire, which is parang health systems ang kanyang specialization, eh, and then the other one is OB and the other one is another pedia nephro.
Pedya Nephro. Ah, I
But
think
siguro
ano
on
pa
your
rin,
ano yung parang madami?
during my time,
Mm.
ah, yung mga ano, yung mga buzzwords ko nun 'pag may nakita akong metanephrines, ot automatic ano na sa'kin yun, ah, what do you call that disease again? Oh, shoot nakalimutan ko na.
Pheochromocytoma.
Yes, yung chromocytoma Doc. Yun na
Oo.
yung basta yung buzzword na makita kong metanephrine so bigla na akong mag-o-automatic na hahanapin ko sa choices ko, pheochromocytoma 'to. Ah, ano pa ba yung mga ibang lumabas nung time? May mga ano Doc, yung mga basic, concepts din. Dog bite marami pa rin naman siya, lumalabas pa rin. Um Yung mga HIV cases may mga gano'n naman siyang lumalabas Doc.
Mm.
And then yung mga ano natin in regarding patho yung mga strep natin dapat alam pa rin natin yung mga 'yan.
Hmm. So ano, pero in your, board exam parang sabi mo nga kanina 'no, your approach is medyo ni-research mo rin yung mga board examiners 'no. So would you
Yes,
advise
Doc.
that as well sa mga susunod na
I think
tignan nila yung specialization?
I think yes Doc. Kasi, during October if I'm not mistaken, October 2025, PLE, sabi nila sa'kin 3 daw ang board members na OB. So
During that time nung hindi pa na-replace yung iba, meron pa tayong mga OB, oo.
yes, Doc. So, mas maraming OB daw na board members and then during their exam, marami talagang OB na lumabas.
Mm.
So, following that trend, 'di ba nag-iba na naman ng board members. May 2 nephro na lumabas na may specialty 2 nephro. So, I focus din sa nephro. And then this coming, October 2026 na PLE, since 3 ang bagong, board member, I would highly suggest na i-research din yung ano nila, specialty nila, just so you guys could focus on their specialty as well.
Okay. So, 'yan salamat 'no for that tip at the very least 'no, meron na tayong starting ground 'no for our students na
Yes.
siguro tingnan natin yung mga topics na more likely will come out. Kasi to be honest din naman and I think, Doc Ken would agree, hindi mo maaaral lahat sa PLE, 'di ba?
Yes,
Would you
Doc.
agree with that?
Yun nga yung like what I've said earlier, yung mga times na babasahin mo yung isang topic and then sasabihin mo sa sarili mo, "Okay, I'm done with this topic." But then did that topic really retain in your mind na parang masasabi mo bang, "Okey, master ko na 'tong topic na 'to." Or are you just saying na, "Okey, nabasa ko na 'tong topic na 'to."
Okay. So ito Doc 'no, another question, I think, sometimes some students, especially those na nag-fail na dati for the PLE, commonly would ask this 'no, if, especially if I'm not from a parang let's say prestige school no, for the PLE,
Mm,
I have quite a weak foundation sabihin na natin 'no, kasi minsan yun ang tingin ng mga ibang tao no, sa mga non-prestige schools for the PLE. And I did not really study very well during my med school and my, internship. What would you advise me 'no, na puwede kong gawin? Kaya ko pa bang pumasa even if gano'n yung situation?
yes. So, Doc Chino, I mean hindi ka pa Doc, eh, kasi bagsak ka 'di ba sabi mo, charot. So, to my fellow repeaters, I want to say this, na failing the PLE does not make you less intelligent or less worthy or less capable of becoming a good doctor. But you also have to be honest with yourself, no? Do not just repeat the same strategy and hope for the different result. Study your previous mistakes. Um, Tanungin mo yung sarili mo. Ask yourself, what went wrong? Uh, was it lack of mastery, poor time management, anxiety, or too much passive reading? Uh, like what I've said earlier, babasahin mo lang yung isang topic and then you would say na, okay, nabasa ko na. Or is it not enough practice questions? No? Your next attempt should be, should not be just another attempt. Yeah, it should be a better planned, more disciplined, and more mature version of your preparation. Uh, and please, ano naman, do not let shame stop you. One exam result is not your identity. What matters is that you rise again with humility, courage, and a better strategy. So, pag-aralin mo, study yourself, learn where went wrong, and then reorganize. Be motivated. Think of your family. Think of the sacrifices of your mom and dad. Mga ganun na ano.
And so nabanggit mo na rin 'no, be motivated 'no, and
Yes.
siguro parang go back to the reasons why you started all of this in the first place. No, but
Yes.
sometimes 'no, ang mga students they find it really hard to stay motivated or stay focused during the PLE review, especially 'no, kapagka very intensive na yung review and then
Mm.
araw-araw na halos yung pag-aaral. So, and I believe also in your case, especially that you already have a kid and you have to take care of your, child as well 'no. So, what would you say to someone na gano'n, yung parang there is some difficulty in staying focused, staying motivated, what would you advise?
So, ayun, I myself I'm not a perfect person naman. I did not feel motivated every day. So, there are
Mm,
days na anxious ako, naiiyak ako, na ayoko mag-aral. But then, I would rethink of the reasons why I need to pass the board exam. So, ayun, there were many days din talaga na when I was tired, anxious, full of doubts. What helped me was discipline more than motivation. So, I reminded myself why I started, like what I've said earlier. I thought about my family, the sacrifices behind my journey, and the kind of doctor talaga na I want to become. I also learned to take things one day at a time. Sometimes the goal of the day was not to finish everything. Sometimes the goal was simply not to give up. Prayer also helped me a lot. It gave me peace during moments when my mind was medyo maingay yung utak natin. I learned that rest is not a weakness also. So pag pagod ka, it's okay to rest. Don't overstrain yourself, don't overstress yourself. It's okay to rest. Tao lang din naman tayo. And that, taking a pause does not mean na you are quitting. You're just resting. But
'yan
of
'no. So
course, you have to go back din. Mm.
kung minsan kasi nasosobrahan din yung pahinga, eh, 'no,
Yes,
ano.
Doc.
But, I think, sabi nga ni Doc 'no, if you go back to the reasons primarily why you're doing this in the first place, then you can really, stay motivated and ang ganda nung sabi niya 'no, discipline more than motivation. No, I think minsan talaga we don't really feel motivated but we have to do it anyway, 'no.
Yes.
So, yun yung kailangan nating ilagay sa utak natin, I would agree. Ito Doc 'no, if there are only 30 days left, let's do a hypothetical question. if there
Mm.
are only 30 days left before the PLE kasi mahilig mag-cramming ang mga medical students, eh.
Yes,
What
Doc.
would be your top 3 advice sa mga magte-take ng PLE? Let's say September na, 'yan.
Okey. So, September na 'no. So, first, focus on high yield topics, you know. So, at 30 days left, yeah, like what we've said earlier, you cannot study everything with, equal depth. So, I would suggest prioritize the most commonly tested concepts and your weakest areas. Uh, Second, answer practice questions every day na.
Mm,
So, do not just count how many questions you answer. Review why you got them right or wrong. Tapos, kasi learning happens during the correction na, eh. So, 'pag nagpa-practice question ka, it's okay to, get a wrong answer. Basta ma-rationalize mo and then masabi mo, okay, this is why, uh, ito ang sagot. This is why this is the answer." So, dun ka matututo talaga.
mm.
Third, siguro ano, protect your mental and physical condition. Matulog ka, kumain ka ng tama, and avoid unnecessary panic. The last 30 days are not only about, adding knowledge. They are also about maintaining clarity, confidence, and, endurance, for the exam day. So,
'Yan,
yeah.
to summarize that, tama ba Doc 'no, prioritize yung mga high yield topics 'no, and then second, answer practice questions and take care of your mental and physical health. I think that's very good 'no, kasi kaya nga 'pag final coaching na namin sa Focus, I always end my lectures with stay healthy and stay
So,
focused 'no, kasi what ano 'di ba, it doesn't mean anything if you studied everything but at the day of the board exam you cannot go kasi may sakit ka. No, that's very, very important to take care of yourself, okay 'no.
tama,
So
Doc, tama.
siguro medyo malapit na tayong matapos, for our audience, you can start posting your questions here at Zoom and, we'll, choose some of them para ano 'no, itanong natin kay Doc Ken 'no. If you have questions 'no, kindly post them in our chat box here at Zoom. So, ito siguro 'no, maganda din. Ah, what do you wish, what was one thing that you wish you knew before taking the PLE, Doc Ken, that could have made your preparation siguro a lot easier, if not better 'no? Kasi I don't know if it could be better because you are already the first place 'no, but maybe easier 'no?
Hmm, hmm, I wish someone had told me na confidence is built during preparation, not on the day of the exam.
Mm.
Kasi many students, antayin nila na mararamdaman nila na ready sila before sila maniwala sa sarili nila na ready sila. But honestly, the truth is, you may never feel, 100% ready. There will always be topics na you wish you reviewed more. So, ayun, instead of chasing perfect readiness, aim for honest preparation. Do your part every day. Correct your mistakes, strengthen your basics, and when the exam day comes, trust the ano, trust the process, trust the work you have done naman.
Okay 'no, so ayan. So, 'yun 'no, I think that's a very, very good message for our taker. If you had ito maganda rin 'tong question na 'to Doc Ken, just one mantra that you can pass to the next generation of PLE takers, ano 'yun? What is your one mantra?
One mantra?
Mm,
Siguro
or
yung
say
one mantra, yung one
mm.
mantra ko is ano, I would it's a running joke between me and my wife na ang mantra namin is ano, "She will become a housewife."
Oh, so
Yeah.
parang ano, you want to succeed for her to stop working parang gano'n and become the primary
Yes, Doc.
provider, tama ba?
Yes, Doc.
I think
Although ayun nga,
that's a good
it's
encouragement.
it's a running joke between us na marami din nagsasabi na ano, na hindi mo mas magandang dalawa ng nag-i-income, you know, but at the
Ah,
end of the day sasabihin ng wife ko, "Oo, maganda talaga ang ano, ang dalawang income pero mas magandang maging housewife na lang."
I think I share the same ano, sentiments now 'no, with Doc Ken 'no, kasi my wife also we recently had our first child and
Ay,
parang yun
congrats
yung
Doc.
sinasabi niya parang yun din yung sinasabi niya 'no, "Puwede bang hindi na ako mag-work?" Sabi. Wag na ako bumalik sa work and I think that's a very good encouragement 'no. Family will
Yes,
always be a very good ano,
yes.
encouragement. Okay,
Yeah,
mm.
'pag sa mga
So
students natin yes Doc, 'pag sa mga students natin, I'm just joking regarding the mantra, but I believe your mantra would come from you instead of me. So just, remember why you started and you could create your own mantra.
okay. So before we end, Doc Ken, no, there are some questions by our audience here. Let's try to answer. No, try mong sagutin yung kanilang mga questions. I think these are quite interesting. This is the
Yes, Doc.
first one. Question, good evening, Doc Ken. Tips po for micro. Congrats po sa 99%. Yan. Tips for
So,
microbiology. Yan.
tips for micro, uh, paano ba? I'm not sure, eh. Paano ba yung preparation ko for the micro? Mostly talaga ano, nag-focus lang ako sa, practice questions. Kasi, I believe, uh, in a day, I would, answer, um, 300-400 practice tests. Yung kalahati mara-rationalize ko siguro. Pero isang ano lang yun, isang, subject for me, So kunyari magma-micro ako the whole day and then practice test ako ng, yun nga 300 or 400 questions. And then yung siguro yung kalahati, yung 200 mara-rationalize ko. And then 'pag ano, I would, average my scores, it would be around ano lang siya, 50 or minsan pa nga mababa 40, mga gano'n. And then I would really study those, topics na I think that are, GP level na dapat alam talaga ng mga general practitioners. Meron yung mga questions na parang talagang iisipin ko, "Dapat bang alam 'to ng GP?" And then I would think na parang it's very complicated, eh. I think this is more for ano na 'no, for mga doktor na may specialty. So ayun, uh, I would set them aside and then ayun, babalikan ko yung mga maling, sagot ko and then I would really internalize those, topics na bakit mali ako dito, bakit ito ang sinagot ko, bakit I would really question, a lot of things. I would ask a lot of things, about my choices on that particular question. And then I would also like, ask myself, paano nila i-a-approach 'tong question na 'to differently and not in this kind of, question but in a different manner. So ayun, ah, focus sa high yield topics again, yes, and, of course your weaknesses, uh, yeah, weaknesses, yeah.
Looking back din sa own journey ko lang 'no, Doc Ken 'no, kasi you were saying answer around parang 200, 300 questions a day. Actually, when I was preparing for the boards, I answered less than that. Mga around 100 lang yung average ko, 100 to 150. Okay 'no, so maybe baka kulang ako ng ano 'no, answering ng question kaya top 5 lang ako sa GLE 'no. So,
Baka Doc, baka.
ayun, baka pala kailangan 300, questions. Anyway, here's another question, ito maganda rin siya. Sabi niya, "Paano po Doc Ken labanan ang antok, ang anxieties sa difficult questions?" Ayan, kasi meron yung mga iba, if they see the question, hindi nila alam, nara sila, 'yan.
Regarding those kinds of questions naman, huwag kayong mag-focus dun sa question na yun. 'Pag nabasa niyo na siya, hindi niyo alam at 'pag nag-try kayong mag-test taking dun sa question na yun, talagang wala, mag-skip na kayo guys, you know. Go to the next question na. Don't feel anxious thinking na this, question is very difficult, you know. Isipin mo na lang yung mga ibang nag-e-exam na kasama mo, nahihirapan din sila. No? So, maybe that question, that type of question is really, parang paano ba, talagang mahirap siya para dun sa board exam na yun. So, talagang parang hinirapan nila yung question na yun para man lang may mali ang mga, test takers natin. So, don't feel anxious, skip to the next question and then try to answer that one instead. And then after that, 'pag natapos mo yung buong exam mo na tapos balikan mo yung mga, nilagpasan mong mga tanong, 'pag sa tingin mo na hindi mo pa rin siya ano, masagutan, mag-ano ka na lang, test taking ka na lang talaga, you know, uh, eliminate two choices and then mag 50-50 ka na lang talaga.
Hmm. Yes, and sometimes kasi 'di ba, when you skip these kinds of questions, later on the exam you get some clues related to that
Yes, actually,
question.
yes.
So, I
Actually,
think
may mga
that
nangyari ding na ganyan Dok sa amin. Sabi nila sa akin na may ini-skip silang question around 40-ish na item and then around 80 parang same question daw siya. But then yung answers parang ano din, parang mako-correlate mo talaga dun sa ini-skip mong question na yun. Which is, I think it's a clue. So, I believe that really happened din.
ito 'no, another question pero medyo mahaba siya. I think I'll just summarize. Parang parang the thought of the question is, in answering practice questions, okey lang ba na mag-answer ka even if you have hindi pa in-depth yung knowledge mo about the topic? No, parang just try to answer kahit na wala ka pang background knowledge. Did you do
I
that,
think
Doc, or ano?
I think I did that for my assessment first. Parang I assessed myself, kung ano talaga ang alam ko. After that, I would build my foundation. So, ah, hindi ko sinasabi na mag-practice question kayo lang, Mag-ano kayo guys, magbasa din kayo, 'no? Um, a good foundation is still a better preparation rather than no foundation at all na parang magpa-practice test ka, yun ba yung ibig sabihin nun? Magpa-practice
Tama,
test ka na wala kang foundation?
wala kang
I think that's
foundation.
yes, I think that's a very wrong thing to do. I think it's better to, mag-practice test ka, assess yourself first, and then i-ano mo yung ano, i ano mo yung saan ka mahina. Ilagay mo kung saan ka malakas, kung, kunyari yung sasabi niya sa pharma, sa mga antibiotics, okey ka ba dun sa mga gano'n na topic. Then you could, read that topic later on and just focus on your weaknesses first. After reading, of course, um, dun ka na mag-ano, dun ka na practice test. If you've, somewhat, build a little bit of foundation naman for yourself. So, yeah. 'Wag lang sagot ng sagot guys.
Ah,
Magbasa din.
ako naman 'no, just to butt in on that, I think my recommendation for that is you can do a pre-test 'no, parang short pre-test just to know ano ba yung mga hindi ko alam, parang gano'n 'no.
Yeah, yeah.
And then do a post test 'no, answer other questions na not necessarily the one that you did in the pre-test, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
see if you are able to ano 'no, answer. Ito 'no, another question here, Doc. If you are to write this year's board exam, what are the topics you will give 100% focus? Siguro
Ah,
given the new set of board examiners.
100% na ifo-focus guys. Um, for me siguro ano, I would still include those topics, like what I've said already na GP level dapat alam na natin. Pneumonia, mga dog bite, animal bites, mga HIV cases natin, TB, those are 100% nalalabas pa rin naman siya, guys. So, yun, mga topics natin na mga dapat talaga isipin niyo guys na parang, alam ba dapat 'to ng GP or pang ano, pang consultant level na ba 'to, pang residency, higher year residency level ba yung mga pang questions na 'to. So, ask yourself, dapat ba alam ng GP level 'to?
Yes, and I think that's the importance of having a review center, no, sometimes, no, you would know where at least
Yes.
hindi ka bumabaril sa hangin, sabi nga
Yeah.
nila, or sa hangin. At least you know what topics are in the trends and
Yeah.
are usually given in the PLE. Kasi umiikot lang din naman in similar topics.
Yes,
It's just the
actually.
questions that change.
Mm.
This one, sabi niya naman, "Good evening po, Doc Kev. Doc, is it more efficient to do practice tests every after topic, not every subject? Thank you po."
Ah, siguro ano, I would suggest if you have the time, you could do that. But I would not suggest na 100 items. Of course, every topic, limit yourself to a few questions such as 20 lang, mga gano'n, 20 items, 30 items, mga gano'n. You could do that, of course. Or you could also do the overall subjects din naman. Kasi 'pag per topic kayo, I think hindi naman natin masasabi na ito lalabas 'to na ano, na topic. Siguro maybe you could do, high yield topics talaga. 'Pag natapos niyo yung isang topic, you can do 20 or 30 questions. Assess yourself and then, rationalize and then, read on the stuff that you, got wrong and then do a post test like what, Doc Chino said. You could do that. Yung mga every after, topic or you could also do the every subject din, it's okay. As long for me talaga, as long as you do rationalization properly, okey na yun sa'kin. 'Pag makaka-rationalize ka ng maayos.
Sometimes, ano 'no, we obsess too much on how to approach the Q&A or practice questions, but what's more important is just to do it, 'no? Gawin niyo lang
Hmm,
'no, and then definitely it'll be helpful din naman. Ito Doc, another question here, let's try, meron pa naman tayong konting time. Hi Doc, for the remaining few days, I understand that there are still final coaching live videos being shared. Would you recommend prioritizing and following the live videos? Tuloy ko dito. Or would it be better to focus mainly on answering practice tests? Usually 'pag final coaching, ano bang approach mo nun, Doc Ken? More on practice questions or attending final coaching sessions?
final coaching sessions, uh, for me, during my time for this, third take, I still attended those, final coaching kasi may mga tips silang sinasabi din, yung mga mentors natin na hindi mo talaga malalaman unless, masabi ng mga mentors niyo. Tips on, how to answer, this, tips on how actually more on ano din talaga, more on test taking yung mga tips for me for me, in my previous, review center. And it was, helpful din. I believe it was very helpful for me during my exam because, most of the for me, maniwala kayo sa hindi, most of the time test taking ako.
I think it's
So
the same experience for all of us 'no, parang sa
yes,
totoo lang 'no, para dun sa mga magte-take pa lang ng board exam, parang mas madami yung tineste-take mo in the PLE
yes,
kaysa yung
yes,
sigurado ka na.
yes, actually. So yeah, ayun.
This one is
Um,
another question 'to, mahaba din, sabi niya, "Good evening Doc, would you consider doing Feynman technique while doing rationalization, like literal vocalization of the actual explanation to the point that it will exhaust you?" Oh.
uh, actually depends talaga. Yu ito pa, isang tip siguro, guys, is that you should know your, learning style, 'no? So some students learn through visualization, some students learn through, audio lang, uh, or some students would, learn better if they just read, mga gano'n na learning styles. And then for me, sa akin, practice test, answering, questions and then, doing rationalizations, reading them aloud, for me to, talaga internalize kahit na mapaos-paos naman ako. Dun ako mas natututo, guys. So, meron din yung times na visualization, visual keys, parang i-YouTube ko yung mga, parts, anatomy, mga gano'n. So, just for me to visualize where this part is or where this nerve is or where this muscle is. Those kinds of, learning styles, guys. Dapat alam niyo talaga you know yourself, 'no?
Okay. Ito, maganda rin yung tanong niya. Hello doc, may I ask when did you start answering 300 to 400 practice tests per day? At the start ba ng review or near the boards?
Um, Sabi ko nga kanina, when I started for the 2026 PLE, I started November. So, wala pa akong material, guys. I was just answering questions, 300, 400 questions in a day. Yun nga yung sabi ko, um, kumukuha ako sa mga kaibigan ko, sa mga previous, board passers ng mga test questions nila, mga gano'n. I would also, look online yung mga BRS questions, yung mga gano'n na questions. I would answer them and then, rationalize them afterwards. Uh, a month na parang yun nga, yung topic natin kanina, the question was 30 days before the exam. Dun na din ako um, dun ko tinuloy yung 300, 400 questions in a day. But before that, of course, I attended my lectures then. And then, yun, I would, attend my lectures and then afterwards in the evening, I would answer questions. Siguro mga 50 or 100 lang. Pero hindi ko pa siya fully rationalize, guys. Kasi ang pagra-rationalize talaga is very time consuming. Lalo na 'pag gusto mo talagang intindihin yung topic. You would dwell on one question and then we would rationalize that for 30 minutes, mga gano'n. It was really hard for me. But then 'pag nakuha ko na yung parang basic, concept niya, it was okay. Tuloy-tuloy na siya.
Okay. Ito 'no, so in the interest of time siguro 'no, we'll just, ask the last 2 questions here. I think this one is good. Sabi niya, "Good PM Doc, ask ko lang saan magandang kumuha ng mga sample test bukod sa review centers? So what other materials ang nagamit mo Doc Ken during your time?"
Ah, USMLE. USMLE, BRS, meron din yung mga Guyton review talagang
Mm.
pinag-anuhan ko na yung mga yan, eh. Ano pa ba? You could search online din, guys. There are, some questions posted online, but more on USMLE type din kasi yung mga questions na yun, eh. And then, usually USMLE have, 5 options, 5 choices for their, per question. So it was kinda challenging then. But then if you were able to rationalize them naman, it's quite nice. It's very informative.
Okay. Yan 'no, and I think this one could be our last question and I think maganda siya. Sabi niya ano, "Doc, anong mas magandang unahin during review, yung basics ba or clinicals? And mas okay bang unahin yung mga subject na mas confident ka na or dun po sa less confident na subjects?" So I think it's, dalawa, basics or clinicals first and more confident or less confident subjects first?
I think that would be the same thing. If you're, uh, unahin mo kung saan ka ano, nahihirapan, guys. Kung sa tingin mo sa clinicals ka nahihirapan, unahin mo yung clinicals mo. But if you're thinking of differentiating the basics and the clinicals, then unahin mo yung weakest part mo. Kung saan ka nahihirapan sa basic subjects, kung ano yung mga basic subjects na nahihirapan ka. And then you would study after that yung basic subjects na sa tingin mo na madali sa'yo. And then same goes for the clinicals, unahin mo yung mga nahihirapan ka na subject, and then you would then go on to study your strongest subject afterwards. So yeah, unahin mo yung mga nahihirapan ka, I believe.
Okay. So, in the interest of time, I think 'no, hindi natin ma-answer yung ibang questions, but you can send in your questions in our Facebook page no, Focus Review Center. And, maybe if we have time, we can send them to Doc Ken and, gawa tayo ng summary ng answers niya in your questions, okay? So, siguro Doc Ken, just before we end, people are interested, no, what are your future plans, no? So ano na mga susunod na aabangan natin for you, Doc Ken?
Medyo ano, medyo sensitive 'tong topic na 'to, eh. Kasi I don't wanna jinx it. Pero okay, for me and my wife, our plan, our end goal is, to take the USMLE. So, we are, currently processing our applications for the USMLE. Kaya parang pinag-iisipan ko ang mag-training, for residency training. So, for now, moonlighting, nagko-cover ng mga clinics, nag-AHD, mga gano'ng mga racket muna. Tsaka mga guest speaker, ganun. I could also, may mga nag-offer din guys for, teaching, review centers. That's, one of, options din guys.
Yes, and, we are very ano sana Doc 'no, we are hoping here at Focus 'no that, you become one of our mentors 'no, especially in this next PLE. Kasi yung journey mo pa lang, eh, it's already very inspiring especially for our, takers this October. So siguro last na lang Doc Ken, what is your future message or sorry, what is your message to future doctors 'no, especially those that who will be taking the PLE this October 2026?
So, for our future colleagues, I just wanna say na being top 1 is a great honor, but I do not, see it only as a title. I see it as a responsibility. So, it reminds me na success is not just about personal achievement, it's also about the people, na i-inspire mo, the community that, you will be representing, and of course, the doors that you will, open for others. So, to future physicians, to future colleagues, my message is this: do not let failure, fear, or where you come from make you believe that your dream is too far. No? Uh, of course, we know that the road to becoming a doctor is difficult, but difficult does not mean impossible. No? So, study with discipline, guys. Serve, pag naging doktor na tayo, serve with humility. Tapos, ano, dream with courage, guys. And when medyo pag napapagod na, guys, okay lang magpahinga. Ah, Tao din tayo. Sometimes, people who fall usually rise with a deeper purpose. So, your journey does not have to be perfect, guys, to become a future physician. You just have to, you know, discipline yourself, uh, have the grit to do it, and have the motivation, reminding yourself na why you want to become a doctor.
Yun 'no, so what a perfect ending, difficult does not mean impossible. So tiwala lang 'no mga docs, maaabot niyo rin 'yan just as the journey of Doc Ken showed us, 'di ba, na marami siyang pinagdaanang difficulties during his own journey of becoming an MD pero it did not define him. Hindi siya pinahinto nung mga difficulties na yon but instead mas pinalakas yung loob niya, made him more motivated 'no, to pass and eventually 'no, uh, top the board exam. So nothing is impossible really 'no, kapag
Yes,
ikaw ay
yes.
ano, if you really truly believe that you can do it. So with that, thank you very much, doctors. Salamat Doc Ken of course, salamat sa
Thank you so much.
answer patiently ng mga tanong ng mga students natin and maraming salamat also to our guest. So, may question dito, saan po pwedeng mapanood uli yung session na 'to? So, you can actually watch this on our YouTube channel, Focus Review Center. We'll be uploading a version of this interview in YouTube. If you have questions, again, you can send your questions in our Facebook page, Focus Review Center. Uh, just find it in Facebook, send us a message there. We'll try to reach out to Doc Ken once again to have your questions answered. So with that, maraming salamat everyone. Again, this is Doc Chino, of course with our guest, Doc Erwin Ken Parchaso, top 1 of the March 2026 PLE. Maraming salamat sa pagsama sa amin tonight. I hope we could see you in class here at Focus in the future. But until then, stay safe, stay healthy, sabi natin kanina, and of course, stay focused. Maraming salamat everyone and good evening.